What's up, guys? It's Mary Beth Eversole, the allergy actress, coming to you today with my cousin Debbie.
Hi.
This is Deborah Jewell-Duckworth, and today we're in Grain Valley, Missouri, which is near Kansas City, my hometown. I'm so excited to be back here. It's Allergy Actress on the road, people. Debbie is a pro bodybuilder. Yes.
Yeah.
And she loves to bake.
Yes, I do.
Today we are baking clean eating style, like healthy, good, yummy, and what are they called? What are these things
These
called?
are basically allergy-friendly cake batter blondies is what they are.
Gosh,
so there's lots of goodies in it.
Yes, okay, so without further ado, on to the ingredients. First one up is the cake flour batter stuff itself. We just got this from a box, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so this is just vanilla cake batter, and it is made from, you want to say what it's made from?
The ingredients are almond flour, organic coconut sugar, arrowroot, organic coconut flour, baking soda, and sea salt.
Perfect, yeah. And the baking soda is, it's baking soda, it's not baking powder. I always say baking powder has to be cornstarch free, but
yes.
But baking soda is good, so
yep.
Awesome. Okay, so that's the cake batter. We bought it from our local allergy-friendly grocery store, and
yes.
you can see in the recipe below, I'll list what that is. So, okay, bring that one out.
Okay.
The next one is cashew butter, and so yeah, that one is, how much cashew butter is that?
That is, oh my goodness gracious.
Isn't it 12 ounces, right?
Yes, it's 12 ounces.
12 ounces of cashew butter. And this, again, can be found at any grocery store nowadays,
oh,
really. Yeah. And you guys use peanut butter, though, right?
Yeah, my husband and I actually, because we eat so much of the peanut butter and
because you work out
the
so
nut
much,
butters,
yeah,
because we work out so much, we use organic peanut butter, which actually we can get at some of the in greater quantities, and it's a lot more cost effective for us. But
yeah.
Really, any cashew butter, peanut butter would be good in this recipe as well, too.
Yeah, almond butter, would that work?
I believe almond butter would. Really, any nut butter would be perfect for it.
Okay, great, cool. All right, next one. So next we have chocolate chunks. Yummy, yummy,
and
yummy.
I will put this out here.
And the chocolate chips. And so with these, we've got chocolate chunks on the right, and we have chocolate chips on the left, and there's
mini chocolate
chips, and they are semi-sweet. And this comes from that company that I can have, which is soy-free, corn-free, it's dairy-free, and it's so good. This chocolate is so good. You'll see. It's so good.
Awesome.
What do you normally use? You just use regular?
I just use regular semi-sweet chocolate chips and chunks, and the recipe actually calls for the recipe does call for white chocolate chips, but if you you can pretty much substitute any type of chocolate chip that you want to that meets your allergy needs.
I bet you could even do those peanut butter chocolate chips, right?
You probably could. Yeah. There's cinnamon chocolate chips or cinnamon chips. If you're, depending on what your allergies are, there's a whole slew of stuff out there.
That's great.
Right now. So,
okay, so if you can tolerate white chocolate, go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, and how much of each?
There's 1 tablespoon in here. The recipe does call for 1 tablespoon of each one of them.
Okay.
You can, if you so choose, you can add more or take some away or whatever.
Kind of to your liking.
Yeah, if you like more chocolate, then it'd be perfect for you. If you wanted to add 2 tablespoons.
Well, chocolate it up, peeps. Okay. Pull that out.
Okay.
All right.
And then
we've got
just our normal eggs. We buy a huge amount of eggs.
Again,
also.
that protein is necessary for all the working out.
So we've got 3 eggs right here.
Okay, great.
Okay, and we've got some plain old vanilla.
Yes, vanilla. And how much vanilla?
I put in a teaspoon, and actually, when I bake, I love the taste of vanilla.
Me too.
The vanilla and cinnamon are usually there aren't any added calories. It gives an extra punch of flavor to the recipes. And actually, this recipe doesn't call for vanilla extract, but because I like the taste of vanilla so much, I like to add some extra. So this is 1 teaspoon of vanilla.
Heck yeah, I'm a vanilla fan too. So. Vanilla everything. I love vanilla candles. I love vanilla soap.
Yes, definitely.
And here's the party.
Yeah.
Parties come to town. These are sprinkles, right?
Yes.
And they go with the chocolate chips when or do they go in the batter?
You top them up on the top. The mini chocolate chips and these sprinkles get sprinkled up on the top of it after it comes out of the oven.
Okay, gotcha. So this is amazing sprinkles, and they are actually corn-free. You can get them from the local allergy-friendly grocery store. And everybody knows what it's called, so
yes.
I can list it below. But always look for the natural ingredients. This literally has 2 ingredients. It's just sugar and beet juice. And it's why do you need cornstarch? You don't need cornstarch. So, okay, cool. There we go. Okay, great. So I think we covered everything. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right, on to the main event. Time to assemble.
Yes. Now the magic happens.
Awesome. Okay, so first thing in the bowl.
Okay, first thing. Now I always like to end up just basically taking the dry ingredients and putting them all together. And in this case, we only have 1 thing of dry ingredients and everything. So that's what I'm going to end up doing here. Put the cake mix into the bowl here. Set this off to the side. Now I'm going to end up taking the cashew butter and just very gently dropping it in, scooping it in, however you want to say it. Now, when you work with cake mixes and brownie mixes and everything, you got to kind of treat the batter very, very gently because you don't want it to, a lot of times they'll dome up, especially muffins. When you work with muffins and everything, it'll dome up and you do not want that.
Right.
So, okay, now we're going to put some vanilla in.
Vanilla goes in. Okay, so, and then the eggs, right?
Yeah, And really, these are I'm just going to crack these eggs, put them in separately, and I'm actually using the vanilla bowl. Get all the vanilla out that I can.
Perfect.
Okay,
so you started this bodybuilding journey several years ago, correct?
Yes.
And what prompted you to want to do that?
I was getting ready to turn 40 years old. I'm just telling my age here. I'm 42. I just actually turned 42 yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yay.
And when I was getting ready to turn 39 actually, and I was overweight. I didn't have a whole lot of energy and everything like that. And I told my husband one day, who was a power lifter at the time, that I really wanted to end up doing something. I had to have something to motivate me. And I started working with a trainer, and I lost 50 pounds.
Wow.
I lost 50 pounds and got up on stage at 39 years old and did a bikini show.
Yes, I remember that.
Yes, and
she looked fabulous, you guys. She looked amazing.
But I placed second to last. But I was up against 22-year-olds, so I was 39 with 2 kids and everything. And so I ended up the next year I went back and I ended up doing what I needed to end up doing. So and then
you won, didn't you?
It took me a couple of years to win. I moved up actually categories and changed some categories, and I put on a lot of muscle in the off season.
Okay.
And so last year, actually in May, I ended up winning my pro card on the natural side and everything. So I'm getting ready to. I'm considering doing another show.
Going back in,
and doing it. Yeah.
So. Okay, so that makes it pretty intense, right? Diet-wise, it gets pretty intense.
It does. It's very.
You have to be very clean.
It's very clean. There's not a whole lot of carb. You do carb cycle and everything. So to be honest with you, stuff like this is good for us in off season. But it's so limited, while we're actually prepping for a show. It's just so incredibly limited.
Yeah. And even this though is great because it's clean, because it's all natural ingredients, pure foods, whole foods.
Yes. And actually, to be honest with you, when I was working in the off off season, I would actually make stuff like this and take it to the gym and sell it at the gym.
Yes.
Because a lot of people were like, well, we want a clean eat. You know, we want good for you foods
and good tasting
and
foods,
good tasting
right?
foods. Yes,
that's the whole point of this show. Is you know, we're trying to bring people with allergies together with people that don't have allergies, that just can eat anything, and make it all taste good so you don't know that it's allergy free.
Yes,
you know?
yes,
so.
definitely. And actually, to be honest with you, this smells spectacular.
I know,
ready? I can smell it. I can smell the sweetness. Yeah. So right now, I'm going to end up taking our chocolate chunks and just toss it in there.
And it looks good too. I'll show you guys at the end once we've got this all mixed up.
Yeah. All right, and that's pretty well mixed.
So that's it, huh? Okay, so this is what it looks like. Yum, yum, yum.
Yes.
I wish we had smell-o-vision, you guys. God, it's so tasty. It's so tasty. Okay, so the next thing that we do is...
I've sprayed this, the baking pan with some non-stick spray.
Okay.
It is organic. I got it from the local store.
And it used to be that all the sprays had soy lecithin in them, but now they're making sprays that you can actually, of the oils that don't have that, so that's great. I just discovered that the other day, and I was so excited.
It's organic. It's an organic spray is what I ended up using. So, Okay, I'm going to end up actually getting a spoon out here real quick so that we make sure we get all the goodness in here.
Okay.
And I'm just going to end up popping this into the bowl here.
Awesome. Now you have catered and baked over the years. You catered my wedding shower.
Yes, I did.
It was amazing. She's an amazing cook and amazing baker, and I think that's part of what leads to a healthy lifestyle is just learning how to cook for yourself and bake for yourself and make the things that you enjoy, but make them in a way that's so healthy that you can, that it's a lifestyle change as opposed to a diet. And it's. I think it helps to be able to cook and bake. You agree?
Yeah,
I think.
And the other thing, I agree very much with that. And you have to have a lot of people get really concerned with the fact that they don't think that they can end up baking or cooking or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can just take time in the kitchen and just have fun with it.
Right.
And that's what I like to end up doing. It's just having fun with it. So.
Well, and when it's clean eating, it's simple ingredients. It's less ingredients. You don't have all these fillers that you're putting in, and it's first of all, it tastes better, I think, and it's easier to do. I mean, it's just like, oh, here's 6 ingredients, boom, there you're done.
Yeah. And you really just have to, like I said, you just have to kind of have fun with it.
And it's a process. Like when you were starting to work out and you were starting to transition over to more clean eating, it wasn't an overnight thing, right?
No, it wasn't. And actually, I had to do a lot of research on, what I could end up eating.
The internet is your best friend.
Yes,
it seriously is.
And I'll be honest with you, when you go from eating dirty eating, I guess I could say, to eating clean like this, there is a taste difference.
There is,
but after you end up getting used to
your taste buds adjust.
Your taste buds adjust, and you really actually enjoy knowing that you're putting the good stuff into your body.
Well, you can taste the actual ingredients as opposed to sugar.
Yep.
And you know what's interesting? I've started being able to smell, like I recognize processed sugar before I even go near. I'm like, oh, that's processed.
Oh yeah. I mean, processed sugar every once in a while. I know,
right?
Yum. But this is knowing that I'm putting this stuff into my body instead is a lot more rewarding.
And you just feel so much better.
Yeah.
Overall, it's just the energy's better. Okay, so
as long as you're okay with it, we'll stick it in the oven.
Perfect. All right, you guys, we're gonna stick it in the oven, and we'll be back in a minute. All right. Final step.
Is sprinkling
and chocolate,
more
chocolate.
Yes. So here's our tablespoon of
mini chocolate chips.
Yeah. And like I said, you can end up whatever you want to end up putting on top here.
Because you said you use white chocolate, right?
The recipe calls for white chocolate, but you can end up pretty much using whatever you want to on top.
Sweet.
Now, the nice thing about this is that it should end up melting in a little bit, so you have a little bit of a. I mean, it aren't going to be hard chocolate chunks or anything. And then we're going to take some of our sprinkles and just
Party time.
sprinkle. And this is really, honestly, just to give it some color and to make it extra special fun.
Party colored fun.
Yes.
Happy.
Yes. And
Yumminess.
these are pink, so, but, I mean, I don't know if there's...
There are various colors.
Yeah.
They have pink, they have yellow, they had bright orange, like construction orange. I was like,
Yeah, yeah. And like I said, it's party, whatever.
Party Central.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so on to the tasting. Okay, y'all, it's time for the best part.
Oh,
The tasting.
yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yay.
Oh, wow. And just to let everybody know, this was cooked in a 350 degree oven, 12 to 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And everything. Now I like it a little
We
bit.
both
undercooked.
prefer gooey. So cook it longer.
Yeah.
If you don't want gooey.
Yeah. But this is
But this tastes
yes.
darn good.
Yeah, very much so. Yummy.
Tasted chocolate. Ooh, the sprinkles are even fun. They give you a little crunch. That's nice.
Oh yeah.
The cake mix that we used with the almond flour is really tasty. I really think almond flour gives a good flavor to cakes in general, and it's a healthier flour to use. So anyway, that's it. Thank you so much, Debbie, for coming on
You're
today.
welcome. Thank you very much for
making these.
inviting me.
Absolutely, and kicking the year off with healthy, clean eating, and working out. Like you work out every day. I know, or almost every day.
Yeah.
And I do, like 3 to 5 days a week, and that's the general consensus is just get out and be active, and start just little steps incorporating cleaner food. Maybe get some vegetables in there, or something. Just start with baby steps,
And never, everybody follows up in clean eating and trying to lose weight. And,
it's a lifestyle. You
Yeah.
can't think of it as a diet. It's a lifestyle.
So if you flub up, if you end up doing something that you shouldn't end up doing, just get back up on the wagon the next day and walk that extra mile or whatever.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Well, this is the allergy actress Meredith Eversole and cousin Debbie signing off for now. See you next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.